Kevin Hart started a roast battle with Shaq? Let's find out in today's video as we look at some comedians bullying NBA players. The job of comedians is to make fun and make others laugh. During that, they crack jokes, and those jokes can sometimes be directed at someone. So today we're counting down a list of times that NBA players got roasted by comedians. Let's jump in. At number 6, Anthony Anderson roasts LeBron James and J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith has been known for his on and off the court antics for years. We saw him walk off the court to dabble with players on the opposing bench, untie players' shoes when shooting free throws, and of course ruining the Cavaliers' NBA Finals in Game 1. J.R. Smith was a questionable player alongside LeBron James, who was in the process of setting the bar higher and higher each season coming into the 2018 playoffs, where many argued we were witnessing the greatest LeBron we'd ever seen. He absolutely carried the Cavaliers, who were looking so uncomfortable the entire year, through teams like the Pacers, Raptors, and Celtics during the 2018 postseason. He got some of the best performances of his entire career at that time, and during the finals at that time, the Cavaliers had the opportunity of a lifetime to go up 1-0 to the Golden State Warriors at Oracle Arena. But I can't ask you what happened in the final remaining seconds. Yep, the famous meme happened. JR forgot to pass and the Cavs didn't score. But hey, the fun part is when Anthony Anderson literally roasted the F out of the scene, and just take a look at this clip.
There was one moment in Game 1. I don't need to say what it was because we all know what it was. But it reminded me of how we all have forgetful moments in the worst of times. But in the spirit of forgetfulness, here's a couple of things that JR could have been thinking in that fateful moment. Number 1, might JR have been concerned about the summit between the US and North Korea? The potential for world peace can be very distracting. Or was J.R. Smith worried about what everybody else is worried about? Well, where will LeBron James go? I think we all have a clue. LeBron's beard says, take me to Philly, but his hair says, take us to the Clippers.
Okay, that was pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. At number 5, Mike Epps roasts Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Okay, Steph is a pretty good player, and he's in the spotlight whenever he is on the court, and many fans are focused on what the star player is doing. We know about Mike Epps, he's a pretty observant guy, so he actually focused on how Steph walks, and he roasted the way that he does walk during a stand-up comedy routine. The whole video is pretty funny. Take a look.
Yeah, we got real legends in the house. My man Steph Curry in the house. Y'all give it up for Steph Curry. Steph, looking like a 10-year-old out there and shit. He be just playing and shit. Just throw the ball up.
Throughout the scene, Mike makes fun of many NBA players that were actually present during the time, and what's great about this video is the players' reactions. It feels great to watch players get roasted and then genuinely laughing at their own jokes against them, but hey, that got too wholesome, never mind. At number 4, Jamie Foxx impersonates LeBron. We all know Jamie Foxx. He's an amazing guy, an amazing actor, and an amazing comedian as well. Now, we have seen that he is a huge fan of the NBA, and he has done a lot of critiques on the NBA, and he's also given his opinion on a lot of the stuff going around the league. He has been invited into official NBA debates to talk about the matches, and if you've been following him, you already know that he is a huge fan of the great LeBron James. So almost 4 years ago, Jamie was invited on a show with Jimmy Kimmel, and during the show, he was interviewed and asked many questions, and while answering those questions, he started impersonating LeBron James in the most hilarious way possible. It literally made me get off my couch while laughing, and just look at this clip, you'll know why.
Have you ever cried during a sporting event?
Hell yeah.
You have, yeah.
I cried last year.
You did?
When LeBron won the championship.
With joy.
Yeah, I cried with joy.
Wow. You're... Are you in LeBron? That's LeBron right there.
Now, after doing all this, Jamie claims that he's a huge fan of LeBron and that they had a connection up until he was cast on a TV commercial with Steph Curry, and the whole scene is just straight up hilarious to watch. At number 3, Kevin Hart and Falling Shaq. If you ask me who is one of the best stand-up comedians, I will say Kevin Hart hands down, because whenever this man is on the stage, he has some determination. I mean, my man is up there to just genuinely make us laugh, and he will go to any extent to make that happen. I mean that literally, because this man will fall on his own, make weird faces, literally bang his head on the wall, just to make the people in the front of him laugh out loud. That's enough on the comedian part, now let's jump into the tea, my boys. Kevin is also a huge NBA fan, and we have seen him come to many games during the playoffs, and he's even had some good relationships with many of the NBA players, and they all love him. But one NBA player in particular is always Kevin's target whenever he's cracking a joke, and he is the one and only Big Shaq. So during a special stand-up show, Kevin was in his full form cracking jokes like he always does. Now, the show was special because many of the NBA stars were present there, including LeBron and Shaq. And during the show, he moved to making fun of how people fall down, and what came next was completely hilarious. He started making fun of how Shaq fell on the court during the games, and how hilarious it was whenever LeBron used to come and help him get up. Their actions. Gary Owen, or should I say the funniest serviceman in America, is a great comedian. He has done everything to make us laugh and keeps on doing so. And so we all know LeBron, he's a great guy, and he's a one-of-a-kind NBA player. And he has done many things that have turned the world upside down, and maybe I guess it is because that he has become a renowned player and basically the GOAT. But out of all these world-turning events that LeBron has performed, there's one particular that is pretty sensitive, to say the least. Yes, I'm talking about the decision. Gary Owen, without a second thought, started making fun of the Cleveland star leaving LeBron. The whole video is hilarious, and after that, he added how LeBron gets the motivation to keep on going or keep on working his way up. I mean, just take a look at the clip.
I don't know why I ever got mad at LeBron last year, because he went from the most beloved player to the most hated because he left Cleveland and went to Miami. I'm a comedian. I travel every week. I've been to Cleveland, been to Miami. Not a tough decision if you ask me where I want to live. That's like asking some dude, hey man, who Beyonce or Precious? I'm gonna go Beyonce. Go Beyonce on this one. Yeah, go Beyonce. But Precious raised you. You grew up with Precious. Us no more. Saw this documentary on LeBron too called More Than a Game. They had his high school coach on there, and his mom was on there, and they said LeBron was raised by a single mother in Akron, Ohio, and then interviewed his high school coach, and his high school coach was like, if LeBron would have had a dad in his life, his game would be at a whole nother level. I said, I don't think so. I think LeBron's better because he didn't have a dad in his life. Because LeBron's got like a broken home type of game. Because you could tell there's some pent-up aggression come from somewhere when he's on the court. Because he be dribbling hard, passing hard, dunking hard. With my dad, mom, shit! God damn! You ever see Kobe Bryant? Kobe had a mom and dad. Bounce pass, layup. Hey, Dad!
And finally at number 1, Norm Macdonald on Kobe cursing. Yes, we're all talking about the late Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, my man. And so, Kobe was a very passionate player. He claims that he never fouled intentionally. While he was passionate, he was also pretty fiery. Yes, I am right. He used to get furious sometimes, although there haven't been any brawls and stuff like that, but obviously things were like that, and Kobe was just really into the game. And that same fiery thing happened back in the year 2011. It was a game between LA Lakers and the Spurs, and during the game, Kobe was given a technical foul, and he had to go back to the bench and look at what he does while sitting on the bench.
He's yelling at Benny, and he might want to take the camera off him.
He had to state an apology for what he did, and he was fined $100,000. And he also stated that he was just angry that he had respect for the game. But the funny part comes when Norm Macdonald made fun of it during his own show. During his show, Norm showed the whole clip of Kobe and started making fun of it, and during that time he made a reference to the Thai referee named Pho Kang Phai Gat. I mean, this is my favorite. Although obviously what he said was offensive, and the gay community did take offense at that, but what Norm did to calm them down was more hilarious. I mean, just take a look. I don't know how to explain any further.
And uttered this phrase after returning to the bench. Now hold on, in Kobe's defense, he was referring to Thai referee Pho Kang Phai Gat. we've got Thailand's most famous referee. Kobe has apologized to the ref and to the NBA and was fined $100,000. He has also told the gay community that he has nothing but respect for them and reminded them that he shares their affection for spirited round sex.
Yup, I would let this guy make fun of me as well. He just looks so weirdly cute in those photos. Alright, well that's it for today, guys. Let us know which was the funniest clip on this list in the comments down below. And thank you for watching this video of Triple Domination. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.